Throw away your coats and sweaters and bust out them swim trunks and bikinis, cause spring break is here. And what's better than starting spring with spring anime to get your feet wet just like that pool we're about to jump into? With that out the way, here is 10 new anime that need to be on your radar in spring 2023. FYI for y'all, this will not contain any returning anime such as Demon Slayer or even the new Konosuba anime. This is going to be 100% brand new, newly adapted anime. So strap in and grab a pencil and paper, hit that like button for your boy, the favorite otaku, and show your support by hitting subscribe if you be so kind. Alright, let's get started. In no particular order, starting at number 1, of course we've got to start off with one of the longest titles of anime known to man. Alright, let me take a drink of my water. Okay, we're good. I got a cheat skill in another world and became unrivaled in the real world too. This anime follows a young man who has been bullied his whole life, and one day a super random magical door appears in front of him. What does he have to lose walking through it? Nothing. So he does, and he finds some priceless artifacts and a fantasy world filled with monsters. He finds that he can now freely pass through his world and the fantasy one. So today, his double life starts. At number 2, we have Summoned to Another World for a Second Time, which the title kinda speaks for itself. It's like a reverse isekai. This story follows a hero who did his job and saved the world. He was then summoned to another world after he had already saved his. What world? Our world is where he was reincarnated into, and he ended up turning into a super awkward high school student in Japan after his reincarnation. But, plot twist happens, he gets resummoned back to his old world once again. But for what purpose? To save it again? To become a hero again? I don't know, but we're gonna find out together as the former hero, now weird kid. What will he do? Number 3, no good deed goes unpunished, right? Well, that is what this anime is. This poor sap saves a kid from getting killed, but gets killed in the process. Talk about wrong place at the wrong time. After this, he gets reincarnated into another world as nothing more than an aristocrat in a world with magic and swords. After his reincarnation, he gets baptized on his 5th birthday, where gods will typically grant people blessings, and of course, our character is bound to get some of them. Kazuya's story of battles, romance, and studying begins now in the aristocrat's otherworldly adventure, serving gods who go too far. Studio Mappa can do no wrong, or at least so it seems. That's why in number 4, I honestly do have complete faith in them that they will deliver once again, and they're delivering with what I think is a gruesome tale. As the Edo period in Japan comes to an end, we follow our character Gabimaru, who is a shinobi and is on death row. But of course, not wanting to actually die because he has a family, he's given one last shot to not do so. He's given a mission to go to an island and look for the elixir of life. He's accompanied there by an executioner, and the both of them go on the search to find the elixir of life. Can they find it? Can he return to his family home alive? Or will he fail and die anyways? Let's find out in this gruesome tale, Hell's Paradise. I think we can all agree getting dumped sucks ass. Well, this story follows 2 characters, Yamada, who was recently dumped and turns his life over to an RPG, and Akane, who is also recently single and continues playing an RPG that she used to play with her boyfriend. They both end up meeting in the game, and Akane begins to really warm up to Yamada. But the problem is 𝐒𝐡𝐚𝐧𝐧𝐞𝐥 starts to fall for Yamada, but he is only interested in playing the game. What will happen to these two in Loving Yamada at level 999? Will this be a comedy or a romance? Imagine it's the final battle between the hero and the demon lord, but before the hero even makes it, the hero dies. Yep, welcome to the world of the legendary hero is dead. Well, that's not quite the story of what happens, but one day a hero is making his way to reseal a seal that he once sealed that demons are currently coming through once again. He accidentally on his way there falls into a hole built by our character Toka, who is a young boy who is doing all he could to try and save his village. But little did he know, he caught the hero and killed him, and it was not a demon. As everyone begins freaking out what to do, a necromancer pulls up and moves Toka's soul into 𝐒𝐿, the hero's rotting body. And the story of our young boy turned hero now begins. This is either going to be great or awful, but we're gonna find out this season. Nothing is stronger than a sister's love, right? Well, what if the sister loved her younger brother so much that she even transcended universes? Put a strap on. Wait, not that kind, you nasty. I mean strap in. Oops. Alright, strap in your seat, because my one-hit kill sister follows Asahi, a young boy who loves video games and is taken out by, you guessed it, our favorite neighborhood truck-coon, our favorite world transporter. He ends up in another world just like the games that he used to play, but the only problem is he's an NPC and not the hero. When he lands in some serious trouble, who comes to rescue him? None other than his sister. Swear, for real, his sister comes. Yeah, somehow his sister loved him so much, she followed him to this world, somehow. Let's hope the anime explains how that actually happened. Anyways, this is a story of Maya, who is OP, and her younger brother that she loves way too much. We're all into weird things, right? But nothing can be weirder than murder? Yeah, that's right. This is what happens when our main character, Kiyotaro, daydreams of basically killing all of his classmates day after day. But one day, he ends up meeting an Yamada, the gorgeous class idol who sparks a light in his pants. I mean, in his mind. In an all but twisted fantasy, this is a classic tale of a boy falling for the popular girl. Will this be the romance of the year or failure anime? Well, let's find out in this one called The Dangers in My Heart. One of my favorite new types of anime is the girl that must make the villain fall in love with her. This brings me to this anime, the reason why 𝐿𝐿iana ended up at the Duke's mansion, where 𝐿𝐿iana Macmillan was reborn into a world that she only used to read about. Knowing her future leads to death, she decides to make the cold-hearted Duke fall in love with her, or at least make a deal with him. Can she beat death by marrying a villain? Let's find out. Alright, bringing up our last and final anime. Cults. They still exist, right? Well, not too sure about that, but in the world of Kamikatsu working for God in a godless world, this follows Yukitu, who is a son of a cult leader, and his awful parents sentence him to death for their weird cult. When he eventually dies, he ends up getting reborn into a world where God doesn't exist. So maybe our boy doesn't have to deal with cults this time. This story follows Yukitu as he fights for his new life with his past experiences in his new world. Alright, so what new anime are you most looking forward to this spring? Comment down below either one from the list or one that I missed. And if nothing else, leave me an emoji to let me know you were here. Subscribe to join me all season long, and I'll see you in the spring, my fellow nerds.